Prepare for an eye-opening exploration as we delve into a topic that has remained unnoticed, yet poses the greatest risk to the U.S. economy. Astonishingly, this threat has evaded discussions, despite its significant implications. Get ready to unravel the mystery as we embark on a detailed journey, uncovering every aspect of this hidden danger. Grab a chilled drink, relax, and brace yourself as we plunge into the unknown depths. Let the revelation begin! Let's cut to the chase because not everyone knows this. The greatest threat to the U.S. economy is the plan to overthrow the U.S. as a global powerhouse. The field of economics is constantly evolving, and one of the most discussed topics in recent years has been the impact of a new world order on the U.S. economy. The global landscape is undergoing significant changes that demand our attention. Renowned financial figures have shared their insights on this pressing issue, and their perspectives are quite intriguing. We will delve into that later, but first, let me explain the concept of the U.S. as a world power. World power refers to a nation's ability to influence global affairs and shape international events. It entails possessing significant economic, military, and political influence that empowers a nation to assert its authority and advance its interests on the global stage. Since the end of World War II, the United States has held the position of the dominant global power. Its military, economic, and diplomatic supremacy has been unparalleled, allowing it to maintain its status as the world's foremost nation. However, it begs the question, how long can America remain in power, and can that dominance be challenged? The United States rose to global superpower status following World War II, propelled by its thriving economy, formidable military, and influential reach. Its immense capabilities allowed it to shape international affairs and establish itself as the leader of the Western world. From the formation of NATO to the implementation of the Marshall Plan, the U.S. played a vital role in shaping the post-World War II world order. As we fast forward to today, the United States maintains its position as the dominant global power. However, new challengers are emerging with aspirations to create a new world order. New World Order refers to the idea that global power dynamics are shifting away from U.S. dominance and towards the rise of emerging economies, such as China and India. These nations have experienced significant economic growth and development in recent years, leading some to speculate that they may assume the mantle of new economic superpowers. India is poised to experience a remarkable growth rate and rapid economic transformation. Meanwhile, the global stage is witnessing a complex interplay between major powers, such as China, the United States, and neutral countries. China, for instance, is actively modernizing its military and economy, positioning itself as a significant player worldwide. Other nations like Russia and India also strive for increased influence in global affairs. While the United States has long held the position of dominant world power, it is important to acknowledge that history has shown no nation can maintain its supremacy indefinitely. The rise of the United States led to the decline of European colonial empires, and it is plausible that another country could eventually eclipse America's global influence. Some countries are even aligning their efforts to expedite the dethroning of America as a world power. It is essential to approach these discussions without inducing unnecessary fear or anxiety. However, being informed empowers individuals to make educated decisions, particularly regarding their finances. The wealthy often thrive and expand their wealth during times of significant change. Therefore, it is crucial to equip oneself with the knowledge to navigate potential economic shifts effectively. This video will explore the potential implications of these developments. Stay tuned to understand the challenges and opportunities ahead, as they may profoundly impact the U.S. economy, and ensure you subscribe to our channel. As the world recovers from the pandemic, significant changes occur in the global political and economic landscape. We are witnessing a substantial shift, both in relative terms and, to some extent, in absolute terms. A decline in certain aspects characterizes this shift. China has emerged as a leading competitor in this changing landscape. Over the years, China's per capita income has increased significantly by a factor of 26. This growth is evident when comparing factors such as military technology, the share of world GDP, and other comparability measures. Consequently, China has become a true global power. The rise of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and the increasing cooperation between Russia and China have sparked speculation about forming a new world power. So let's delve into this possibility. BRICS is a collective term for these 5 emerging economies, each leading in their respective regions. Together, they represent approximately 40% of the world's population and 25% of the global GDP. Despite their political systems, economic structures, and cultural diversity differences, these countries have taken steps to enhance cooperation and collaboration. They share common interests in various global issues, such as reforms in global governance, addressing climate change, ensuring energy security, and promoting trade liberalization. They aim to tackle these challenges and influence the world by working together. It is worth noting that while the rise of BRICS and the closer ties between Russia and China may suggest the formation of a new world power, it remains a subject of speculation and exploration. Global politics and economic dynamics are complex, and the future trajectory of these countries' cooperation is yet to unfold fully. In 2009, the leaders of BRICS came together in Russia before South Africa joined the group in 2010, intending to strengthen their economic ties. They embarked on several measures, including creating a common market and currency and fostering greater cooperation in technology, infrastructure, and finance areas. This alliance sought to establish an alternative to the traditional Western-dominated global governance system. It appears that the BRICS group is challenging the dominance of the US dollar in global trade and finance. Their growing economies provide them with the potential to achieve this. Notably, China has emerged as a global economic powerhouse, and its Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) has provided financial and infrastructural support to numerous countries worldwide. On the other hand, Russia has faced diplomatic isolation from the West due to conflicts with Ukraine, its stance on Syria, and allegations of election meddling in Western countries. However, Russia's deepening partnership with China, particularly in the economic and military realms, can counterbalance U.S. hegemony globally. China's increasing assertiveness in international affairs and Russia's growing isolation have brought the two nations closer. They share a similar worldview that advocates for a multipolar international order, challenging the U.S.'s unipolar dominance. Their alliance has fostered cooperation in various fields, including defense technology, trade, and energy. Joint military exercises between Russia and China are conducted regularly, and Russia has been supplying advanced defense equipment to China. Considering the economic consequences, it is crucial to recognize the interdependence between the United States and China. Approximately 22% of American manufactured goods imports originate from China, highlighting the intertwined nature of their economies. With China and Russia at the forefront, the BRICS alliance is actively working to reshape the global economic and political landscape. Their efforts to challenge the US dollar's dominance, their growing economic prowess, and their cooperation in various domains indicate a shifting power dynamic on the global stage. However, these developments' outcomes and long-term implications are yet to unfold fully. Suppose a scenario where China becomes similar to Russia, meaning that imports from China, including popular brands like Nike and Apple, are no longer purchased. This would have significant economic implications for us, particularly regarding the inflation rate and its consequences. Understanding the interconnectedness between our economy and China's is essential, considering the intertwined nature of international trade. Furthermore, the escalating tensions between China and the United States have made Russia an important economic partner for China. However, the BRICS and Russia-China alliance face certain challenges and limitations. Firstly, these countries have different political systems and foreign policy objectives. Secondly, they encounter socio-economic and developmental challenges such as poverty, inequality, and underdevelopment. 1. Have triggered an international backlash. These factors may potentially lead to China's isolation from the international community. While the BRICS alliance is influencing the global political and economic landscape, several limitations and challenges must be considered. These include the differences in political systems and the developmental obstacles the member countries face. The future impact of the BRICS alliance on the global order remains uncertain. However, the world is no longer solely dominated by the West. Now, let's delve into how this alliance threatens the U.S. economy, and what would be the impact of a change in world order on the U.S. economy. In a recent interview with CNBC, Ray Dalio emphasized that the world order we have known for the past 70 years is undergoing significant changes, which he considers a significant development.
In the 12th and a half cycle, these cycles, you know how the cycles work. You're 12 and a half cycles since 1945. 1945 was the New World Order, new monetary system. And you know what happens. So let me take you through it quickly.
Dalio explains that the United States has benefited from being the dominant world power, but its advantage gradually diminishes as other countries rise.
1945, the United States had 80% of the world's money. Gold was money at the time. It had half the world's GDP. It had a monopoly on military power. So the U.S. set the world order. That's why the United Nations is in New York. Washington, D.C. has the IMF and the World Bank.
He suggests that this shift will reduce the U.S.'s standards of living, since it can no longer rely solely on its global dominance to maintain economic prosperity. He highlights that the United States held a dominant position after World War II, accounting for half of the world's GDP, possessing 80% of the world's money, gold, and enjoying a military monopoly. This dominance is reflected in the location of institutions like the United Nations in New York and the IMF and World Bank in Washington, D.C. Dalio emphasizes the importance of studying historical periods when such emerging competition occurred, citing the 1930 to 1945 period as an example. Now, let's explore how this change in world power can have ripple effects on the U.S. economy. Diversification of global currency reserves. A shift in power to another country or region can lead to diversifying global currency reserves. As China's economy grows, more countries may convert their dollar reserves into yuan, signaling a potential change in the global economic landscape. This diversification threatens the hegemony of the US dollar, potentially reducing its demand, weakening its value, and adversely affecting the US economy. Political instability and impact on the US dollar. A change in world power can lead to political instability, which can have negative implications for the US dollar. Economic sanctions and trade wars are examples of how political tensions can affect the value of the US dollar. The imposition of sanctions by the US on countries like Iran, Russia, and Venezuela has led to a decline in demand for the US dollar, weakening its value and reducing its purchasing power. Inflationary pressures. A shift in world power can trigger inflation, which harms the US economy. When an excess supply of dollars circulates globally, it diminishes the currency's buying power. inflation causes the cost of goods and services to increase, reducing consumer spending and ultimately hurting the U.S. economy. Global interest rates. A change in world power may impact global interest rates. Historically, the U.S. Federal Reserve has exerted significant influence over international interest rates. However, this may no longer be the case with a shift in global economic powers. Variations in interest rates can have adverse effects on the U.S. economy. So, how can you prepare yourself against the negative effects of the changing world order? While challenges exist, there are actionable steps you can take. In his book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, Ray Dalio advises preparing for the economic impact. Here are some of his suggestions. Diversify your investments. Dalio recommends diversifying your investment portfolio by including a mix of stocks, bonds, and alternative investments, such as gold or real estate. This diversification helps mitigate risk and protects against potential economic downturns. Be mindful of debt. It is important to be cautious and avoid taking on excessive amounts. High levels of debt can make individuals vulnerable during economic challenges. Managing debt responsibly is crucial for financial stability. Be open-minded. Embrace the changes that come with shifts in the global economy. Dalio encourages individuals to have an open mindset and be willing to adapt to new circumstances. Learning new skills and being adaptable can enhance your resilience in a changing world. Expand your knowledge. With technological advancements and automation, focus on developing skills less likely to be easily automated or outsourced. Expanding your knowledge and acquiring new skills can help you remain competitive in a changing job market. It's important to note that not everyone views the New World Order as a negative development for the U.S. economy. It can create new opportunities and drive innovation. As emerging economies gain relevance, they may demand new products and services that the U.S. can provide. The shift in global power dynamics could potentially lead to a greater harmony, cooperation, stability, and overall global prosperity. The impact of a new world order on the U.S. economy is complex and multifaceted. Financial experts express concerns about the potential loss of global dominance and economic prosperity, while others see it as an opportunity for growth and innovation. It's crucial to stay informed, adapt to change, and consider diverse perspectives as you navigate the evolving global landscape. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel. Also, hit the like button and the notification bell to avoid missing out on our videos. We want to hear from you. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this extraordinary journey.